Action.
The action, here we go. Okay, thank you so much, you guys, for joining me. We've got Brad and Bianka with me, and it is Coastal from AfterTheRose.com here. And I've got some questions here, and I think we all agreed with them ahead of time, and we're just going to fly through them and have some fun here.
Yeah, no worries. It's our pleasure to be doing this.
Aw, thank you so much. And like I said, no, I was just a goofball sitting here last night crying my eyes out watching you guys. Loving every second of it.
Bea was crying so much that she looked like Julia Roberts from Pretty Woman. Oh man, did I just call you a hooker?
Nah.
Sorry, baby. I was talking about the mascara running everywhere.
No, I knew what you're saying. I knew it.
I just gave her a kiss to make up for it.
Big time. Through your football career, were you able to learn any particular lessons that you could take with you the rest of your life?
So many. I couldn't name all of them in one, but the one thing that taught me was that was the initiation of my maturation process, was realizing that I was taking advantage of football and not using it for a benefit.
Okay. So since then you've gotten more involved with your volunteer stuff, and that's one of the lessons that you kind of learned, is it?
Well, you know what? It brought me to the point where I realized how I wanted to be perceived and how I wanted to treat people, and that was a large part about me going on to this program was showing people that that growing up is a continual process, and that it can even happen on national television while dating women.
There you go. Now in episode 4, you were talking about your friends.
Yeah.
Do you want to elaborate on that, or how do you feel about it?
No, I'm fine. But what's sad, what makes me emotional is not thinking about my friends Fraser and James. What makes me sad is thinking about the message. Was I doing it justice to their parents watching at home, because it's their story and I was just a part of it. So I wanted to. What was really the emotional part was, are they sitting at home, and am I doing justice to their son's life?
Can I honestly say from my perspective on it?
Yeah, of course you can.
You came across really well.
Thank you very much.
After been going through the experience myself, like I know of someone that's done that.
Yeah.
And you treated it with respect, and you came across really well.
I appreciate that. It means a lot, and I even prefaced, that episode with calling each of the families and letting them know exactly how much their kids meant to me. So.
Excellent. Okay, got to get to the funny part. Okay, what about any funny or goofy stuff that happened during filming that never made it to the show?
Oh man, Bea.
Oh God, there's so many.
Get a list of about 10,000 sheets of paper and a pen. One thing we were in when we were sea kayaking in Newfoundland, I was soaking wet because every time Bea was paddling the thing, all she was doing was throwing water on me. And she's like, I was like, okay, just stop paddling. And she's like, oh, babe, I'm doing all the work.
The whole date was just laughter. Nothing. After looking back at it, we were nitpicking everything apart and just killing ourselves laughing.
Oh yeah.
Well, see, that's a big part about it too. Like, if you can do that and you can find a commonality, it doesn't matter if it was 6 weeks, 6 months, or 6 years that you guys got into a relationship.
Oh,
I agree.
Better.
Oh heck.
It's okay, we feel the same.
You guys, seriously, you guys were tweeting until what, 2 o'clock in the morning or something?
Oh no, God, we went to bed probably about, it was like 3:27, and we had to be up at like...
Well, tell her about the whole night.
I had a bunch of people at my house, and we watched the last episode, and Brad came in at the last 15 minutes. So people that weren't there that got wind, the house soon became ram-packed. The alcohol was flowing. Everybody was cheersing and screaming and laughing and crying. So we slept a whole 32 minutes last night.
By the time we had cleaned up and got everybody out, I looked at Bea and I'm like, okay, how much time we got? And she's like, 47 minutes.
Time for a shower and get going again.
I was like, what? And she's like, don't touch me. Go to sleep. I just want to go. So we're looking big time to just get in our PJs tonight and just crash out.
No, I was on Twitter and stuff too last night, and I noticed it was quite late before you guys were done.
Oh, it was fun just meeting, and everyone was so excited. And Bianca's the type of girl who has established her relationships with her friends where she's 100% herself. So not a single person looked around with questioning eyes and wondering, is this real? They're like, we know her, we know what it was mean to her, and everyone was like so embraced the moment. We just had a fun time.
Now, what was going through your mind when you're standing there at the podium waiting for her to come down? Like you said, oh my God, like that's what we saw in previews and stuff, right?
Yeah, I mean, it was, to go for when I cried twice on the show, right? And the first time was because it was emotional and it was a sore subject. That was the first time in my life, I think, that I was bawling because I was just so elated and so happy, and I had never been, just when she turned the corner, it was like, this is actually happening.
No, that is actually what, as a viewer, that's what made it realistic for me sitting here. Is I'm looking at you and it's just raw emotion being shown.
Yeah, I think B will tell you the best. We've been waiting 5 months to have this day and to show people that what we did was real. Alba? She's tired.
I know, she's very quiet.
Pooped. I'm sorry.
That's okay. Now, is there any particular area that you have seen during the season or that you would like to see in Canada?
Oh, there's so many great destinations in Canada that you could just never, I'd love to go, what's that, ice hotel in Quebec.
Okay.
Hey?
Yeah, no, I actually grew up, when you're in Penticton?
Yes, of course.
I grew up on the other side of that mountain.
That was the scariest thing I've ever done.
That, like we called it just the point, is what we called it when we were growing up. We would hike all up around there. We would go from my dad's house, hike up onto the mountain above, behind you there, spend the night, and then climb back down the other side the next day.
You have more guts than I do.
As a kid, growing up in that area, that's one of the things that you do in the summer.
I would have taken Bianca on that date, but she has 2 left feet, so she can't.
I probably would end up killing us both.
Now the season is over, like you mentioned in Mexico that you guys were wanting to travel and do stuff together when you left the show.
Yeah.
Is that still a game plan?
100%.
Oh, we're gonna take a little break here and try to acclimatize to this, just being together in public and really just enjoy being together.
Oh, great. Any other comments that you'd like to make or to finish this off?
Hey, poop.
Oh gosh, we're just ecstatic to finally be able to be out in public and just be ourselves and
show people that
this is for real, and they're going to see us for the next 50 years.
And it's a very aggressive thing to say that, especially coming from a person who prided himself on being the most realistic. But this is you can't fake this. And when people meet us and they see us in person, they do these interviews. There's not one person that's left being like, I wonder if they're going to make it.
Yeah. No, I get it. Yeah. I want to thank you both very much.